What's going on, cryptomaniacs? Welcome back. Welcome back. What a day. What a day are we having, huh? So, yesterday's stream, we talked about having money on the side, taking advantage of opportunities, buying dips when they happen. Kind of paying off today. All right, that's enough smug midnight, Mr. Midnight. So, if you're new to the channel, my name is Mr. Midnight. This is Midnight Crypto, streaming every day of the week except for the weekend, unless something crazy happens, which happens sometimes. But 4 to 5 every weekday. Okay. So news today. I know I told you guys I bought some Solana and some Bitcoin the other day. Well, yesterday after the stream, I took my own advice and you know what? I bought some more. So I ended up picking up some Matic or Polygon, and I also picked up a little bit more BTC, and I also picked up a little bit of Cardano. Okay, so Solana again dominating, really just kicking it in the butt, and we're going to talk about Solana. Absolutely. We're also going to talk about Bitcoin, and we got a couple other little pretty interesting things. First thing I want to talk to you guys about is, and let's make sure this is working. Yes, it is. Okay, we're going to talk about Bitcoin. All right. So, I don't know if any of you guys know about this, but the Halloween effect, okay? Fear and greed. Will fear and greed keep Bitcoin buyers from the Halloween effect? This is from News BTC. I found it on the Brave browser in the news, okay? So let's look at the fear and index as they're showing it. So not extreme fear right now, but fear. And if you know anything about the markets, if you've been paying attention, you know that when people are fearful, that's when the bargains happen, okay? So the last couple days, the Evergrande BS FUD that happened, all that stuff pushed the markets down. And there was a lot of opportunities, okay? Times that was a good buys, and people were out there, telling you about, hey, I bought, and there's nothing wrong with saying that, okay? It's taking, it was a smart move, okay? And that's not just because I did it. A lot of smart people did it, but it's if you're working your system and you know what's going on, that's you should have saw an opportunity. And if you didn't, if you're watching any of the other crypto shows, they were saying the same thing. So fear is pretty high right now. That's probably the paper hands, the early, the people just getting in, being scared, which is it's a natural feeling, and usually you want to you want to listen to when you're scared about something, you want to listen to it, okay? But being fearful or being emotional is really not helpful, okay? In this okay, in this market or in the stock market, okay? Going along with the herd sometime is not always the best move either, okay? Just because I'm saying, oh, everybody was buying, that doesn't mean that it's necessarily the right time for you, okay? If you didn't have any money on the side, you weren't able to take advantage of that, okay? So greed's up high, the fear is right in the middle. We're at 27 out of 100, okay? And there's 4 stages of fear and greed: extreme fear, greed, and extreme greed. Okay, when things are getting, people are getting extremely greedy and greedy, and this number goes up. That's when you want to start taking, make sure you take some profits, because usually when it gets extremely greedy, that's when the market takes a big old number 2. Okay, so what else are we talking about here? The Halloween effect. So, over time, patterns emerge in systems, naturally, or sometimes artificially created, but we have something called the Halloween effect, which is in September, the markets usually do poorly. Okay, they do kind of bad, and that is because the market usually, that's the time that usually the whales start buying, because the last 3 months of the year, think about it, are huge months financially. Okay, we've got all kinds of holidays coming up. You know, Thanksgiving. We've got Halloween. We've got Christmas, Hanukkah. You know, I don't want to leave all of them out. You know, but a ton of holidays coming up. Okay, New Year's Eve. It's a big time for money is flowing. Okay, people are buying things they normally wouldn't be buying. You know, you could put two and two together there. Okay, so what the Halloween effect is people will usually buy in September to be ready to experience, like, sometimes incredible gains in the next 3 months. Okay, leading up to the end of the year, and usually a week or two after the end of the year, things poop back down. Okay, so that is the Halloween effect. You know, the examples and the data is out there that shows that this is a thing. Okay, it's not always as big as other years, but it's still a thing. So that's another opportunity to take advantage of right there. Okay, so let me take a breath. That was a lot. Next thing I want to talk about, Solana. Okay, I found this interesting. This is an article from Yahoo Finance, which I also found on the Brave browser. I am, not sponsored by Brave, but I am a ambassador, if you will, like an affiliate. So I use the Brave browser. Hey, you know what? I'm not making a ton, but I'm making a little bit of BAT just by using my internet or using the Brave browser. And it's really, I get a whole lot less ads, tons less ads. And the ads that I do get, I'm actually interested in because they're all geared towards crypto. Okay, so when an ad pops up, you get 5 an hour. If you want them, you could turn them completely off. But I get them because every time I look at one of those ads, even if you just go to the page and you're like, not for me, and you click off, you just earned a little bit of BAT. So interesting. Use it, try it out. If you don't like it, go back to Chrome, and it's very much like Chrome. Okay, or what's the other one? It's right here, Microsoft Edge. It's up to you. So, anyways, let's talk about Solana. It's one of my favorite ones. So, recently, I'm a fanboy recently. So, full transparency there. I got in a while back. So, but I wasn't heavy. Into Solana. Right now, it's actually my biggest hold. Just because it's so dang hot. I bought some on the dip. Bought some more on the dip, I should say, and then spread it out a little bit on some other projects. I didn't go all in on Solana, but I got more. All right, it is one of the fastest growing cryptocurrencies of 2021. So what they're saying is, what if you invested $1,000 on the 1st of January, the beginning of the year? How much money would you have? And we're going to go ahead and skip on down. We don't have to look at all this stuff. Right here it is. That $1,000 investment on January 1st, when Solana was trading, had a high trading price of $1.86. The $1,000 investment right now would be $84,596 at a current price of $158. So it dropped a little bit since then, but just think about that. $84,000. Now those are the gains that I'm talking about. If you can get into projects not so early that they're too small and maybe could be rug pulls, but up and comers, something that's just hit the bottom of the top 100 in the coin market cap, right? That might be something righteous to get in on. That could be cool. So also when things that have been hot recently take a big dip, like the last 2 days, you can get in on that. DCA in, okay? DCA. Everything's about the DCA. That's a proven method, because it spreads your buys out. You're putting in an amount of money every month that you can afford, and it adds up year to year, every year, So something to think about. So Solana, huge. And their NFTs, the degenerate apes, have been incredibly hot lately, and NFTs overall have been incredibly hot. But that's where a lot of the success for Solana is coming, is from these new NFT projects. So amazing stuff. It's good stuff to know about. I found that very, very interesting. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take a look at the markets right now. Current. All right. So the coins we've been talking about, Solana right now, in the number 7 spot. Could they push XRP out of the way? That is going to be it's going to be decided fairly soon, because the way Solana's going and the way people are getting into Solana, I mean, look at this. Last time I looked at it, it was up 18% over the 24-hour, and now it's up, 23.5. So nice, very nice. Obviously, I'm happy today. My purchases are looking great. Some other projects I want to shout out is Harmony. They're doing great. Avalanche also doing quite well today, up 23, almost 24%. Terra has been on a tear, if you will. Not a terror, not a terror tear, but a Terra tear. Okay, just so we know. All right, up a whopping 32%. Now, this has just proven my point that opportunities do present themselves, and with the volatility of the crypto marketplace, that we all know and love, you can realize real gains like this. Okay, you can turn a small amount of money into a large amount of money through, some some work, not incredibly hard. It's not physically demanding, but like a little bit of mental work on your part, doing what you need to do, doing the due diligence, and making sure you're taking advantage of opportunities, growing your pot, growing your holding. Okay. Like, to me, it's like, I hate selling stuff, but you got to, let go of your children at some point so they can grow. Okay. So sometimes you got to let go of something when it's hot, a little bit of something, in order to buy some other stuff that is about to be hot. Like something I talk about, a project I talk about often is storage. I really believe in this project. I'm not like encouraging people to just go all in on storage. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying take a look at it. Decentralized storage, the encryption is on point. If it's good enough for the U.S. Air Force with Constellation, the DAG, if it's good enough for the U.S. Air Force, that level of encryption, it should be good enough for you. Okay, so just remember that. But it's a great project. It stores everything on in separate locations, little bits and pieces, and those are all encrypted. So you can't, even if you were able to get a piece of it, it would still be, penetrate the layers of security to get to it. It would still be encrypted at that point as well. And it's only one piece of something that's, split up, thousands of times or whatever it is. So you can see the advantage, like especially with all the hacking and the nonsense, the vulnerabilities and whatnot. It makes sense for, like, I see large corporations and whatnot storing their data on these decentralized blockchain, uh if storage facility, they're not even facilities. It's not like cloud storage where it's like one giant facility. It's spread out over the entire globe. You can actually even your desktop PC, if you have like a couple terabytes of free space in there that you're not using, memory wise, you can rent that out to storage, and they'll pay you. I think it's like a month at a time. You leave your computer on, connect it to the internet, and they use they use it when you're on there. You can use your computer as normal or whatever, but it just stores data and retrieves it as needed, and for that month, and you get paid. They pay you in storage token or whatever it is. But not bad gig for just leaving your computer on. Dogecoin up 10.25%. Not bad. Binance Coin, not moving. Uniswap, I mean, everything's going up. Algorand is another up and coming project. I see things happening with that. We've got Polygon's up 14%, 14.5%. Not bad. So we've got movement today. Is it a complete recovery back to where we were, like, say, a week ago? No, but we're moving in the right direction. So if you if you were one of the few who took advantage, or the many that took advantage of the dip, congratulations. You did it. You got in. That's what's important. That's what is important. So huge gains. There's so many today. Terra is still just knocking my socks off here. Litecoin's been doing great. FTX token's doing really good. The founder of FTX is really heavily involved with Solana, one of the biggest backers, I do believe. Tezos doing pretty dang good today, almost 16.5%. Elrond looking great. VeChain looking nice. Pancake Swap, I mean, good coins. Aave's looking okay. HBAR looking really good, 21.25%. Quant, I don't know much about Quant, but it's doing great today. IOTA, I was in that for a while. I ended up selling. I got a little bit of profit off of it, but I moved on. To something else. Axie Infinity, something I'm really trying to get in on it. Really trying to get on it, but I'm waiting for something to happen where Ethereum transaction prices come down. Not that I'm like a huge cheapskate, but maybe I am a little bit. Okay. But that's my prerogative. So near protocols have been on fire lately. Yep. Top 100. Most things looking really good. Let's, out of curiosity, let's take a pop up to the top and see what's doing the best on the 24 overall. Arweave. Well, there you go. That's the winners for today. Let's look at the top winners here. All right. So we've got Arweave, market cap of $1.5 billion. So relatively smaller project. It's no Bitcoin or Cardano. Number 2 position, Terra. We were talking about that recently. A few moments ago. Look at Terra go, though. Oh my goodness, it's up to 30% now. up to 30%, just kind of on fire. So things sort of lukewarm during the morning, but now in the afternoon, things are definitely getting a little more spicy. Number 3, we've got Cosmos up 25%. Avalanche in the number 4 position up almost 21%. H bar up almost 23%. Perpetual Protocol. I'm sorry, I've never heard of it. Perp. I like that, perp. It kind of sounds like, someone the cops are looking for. They're up 23 and a quarter so percent. Phantom up 21 and almost 21.5%. Elrond up 14.5%. Axie Infinity up almost 20%, 19.8. Solana. I'm really loving Solana, up 17.8%. And we'll round it out at the bottom. Algorand up 16.5%. There's the winners. We got the winners. All right. I'm happy about that. Now let's, hopefully that worked. This should be my face. There we go. That's what I wanted. So let's talk about, since we were talking about the fear and greed index, and yes, I know the groan is real on the chair. It is what it is. Okay. It is what it is, but, oh no. Sorry, there was a technical difficulty on my computer, but we're looking good here. I'm sorry about that. So the fear and greed, okay, like what I was saying about trying not to be emotional in the market. It's easier said than done, right? It's hard not to get emotional when you've got your hard-earned money that you sweated to make in the internet, in the ether, right? It's hard to not get emotional when you see your numbers going down, right? And people are getting real fearful, and all the news articles and the news hits on the news cycle are all like dumping on crypto or dumping on stocks and saying, oh, it's all over. It's the experiments failed and it's all done. Those are the same people, give it another month or two. Those are the same people who are like, crypto's back. It never left. I always believed in it and or whatever. And, those guys go whichever way the wind blows. Okay. When they say something 1 minute and then, a month or two later, they're like, oh, I don't believe in it, whatever. Crypto's going to keep doing its thing. It's going to keep doing its thing, and it's going to continue doing that until, people aren't around, because I really feel strongly that, digital currency has already been with us for a long time. And this is just a new evolution of money. Okay. So let's think about money. Back in the day, money was stuff, quite a bit of barter. Some people even traded shells. Some people traded rocks or minerals that get out of the ground, or, amalgams of metal, whatever, sheep trade goods, food, that was money. And then somebody decided to say, oh, okay, well, hey, this metal, this gold metal, it's kind of hard to find, and it's real shiny, and we can turn it into coins real easy. Now this is money, okay? And ooh, hey, silver, hey, we like that too. We can also turn that into coins, right? And so metals have dominated as currency for a while. And, recently, in recent history, dollar bills, paper money dominated, right? And then we had credit cards and debit cards and moved to digital currency. And now we're moving past paper money. you want to talk about an ecological waste, think about all the trees and whatever they use for the fibers, that had to be uh, chopped down to make all that paper money, right? Wouldn't that be more ecologically friendly to not do that, right? Not have paper money. And you want to talk about not being able to counterfeit money. I don't think anybody's been able to counterfeit bitcoins or most cryptocurrencies, right? It's the nature of the beast. Okay, it's a built-in feature. So digital currencies are not going anywhere. If anything, every year they're getting stronger. This is the first year of almost full adoption. We're not there yet, but more and more and more big firms are getting in. More and more retail investors, millennials, are investing because they can, and it's easier to invest in this, and there's more gains to be had. Okay, it's hard to get into the stock market. You're always going to be a little fish. You're always going to be a little fish, and it's hard to it's hard to trade. Let's face it. If you're working a 9 to 5 job, when you go to work, the market's closed, and when you get home, the market's closed. Okay, right? With crypto, you could be up at night having a nice wine, sitting out on the back porch, which is nice in the fall because that's when all the bugs are gone. Because I don't like bugs, but excuse me, ex-smoker. So you could be enjoying yourself in the manner that you like, in the time that you like, any time of day, and you can trade crypto. Okay, you can if you want to trade in the nighttime, you can do it in the morning, midday. It doesn't matter. It's 24 hours a day. It's really accessible to people, to everyday average people like myself. Okay, I'm not a whale. I would like to maybe become like a bigger fish, at some point. Maybe in 10 years, maybe I'll be like a small whale or something, but that's an aspiration. That's what I'm trying to do. My main goal is to get my wife retired early. Okay. So we can enjoy each other's company without having to worry about work, earning passive income streams and whatnot, which brings me back to something I was thinking about earlier. And I was looking into, and if you're interested in what I'm about to talk about, I will tell you the other YouTube channel that you should go check out because I really like this guy's channel. He's a smart young guy, and I enjoy it. But something I'm thinking about getting into, sorry, beating around the bush, is helium mining. I'm thinking about getting a Bobcat 300, I believe. I think they run around $430 plus shipping, but they work differently than like an ASIC miner. They only consume about 50 cents worth of electricity a month, okay, as opposed to like an ASIC miner, which could cost you about $10 a day or something, something insane. So it's a whole lot better for the environment. It's like a wireless, you're basically providing coverage for their service and validation. Okay, so you'll have to look on the map. I'm really not the person to talk to about this because I'm just now getting into it. But like I said, you can check out this gentleman's channel. It's Voscoin, VOSK coin. He's got a great channel. He does all kinds of mining. He's like he's pretty smart cookie. So go check him out if you're interested in helium mining. But basically, you want to, if you buy one and set it up, you really only want to buy one because if you're gonna have multiple, they need to be like 300 yards or 3,000 feet from another one, right? For them to work properly or without having to share the profits from being in that zone. So when you set one up, it puts like a big perimeter around your home, right? And like for 3,000 feet in a circle. All right. Now, if you have people outside that 3,000 feet and pretty close, that's a good thing. Okay. Then you're all validating off them. But say you're out in a rural area, you'll probably be the only one out there. Well, it'll ping off of the ones away. It won't be as close, but it'll reach one. So if you're close to like say like me, I live out in the country, but I'm really close to a major city, St. Louis. Okay, it's about 30-40 miles from my house. But there's a lot of other bigger cities in between there. So I'm probably gonna do pretty good. I'm hoping. If I could get to where I'm mining one helium token a day, I would be happy. That would pay for the miner within a month or two at current prices. So what I'm waiting for is the Halloween effect, okay, to go into place, and then I'm gonna take some profits. And what the other thing I found that was pretty neat was you can buy or the only way to buy, as far as I know, the Bobcat miner is with Ethereum or USDC. So you have to use crypto to buy it. And I think you can buy one from using Coinbase or Binance US. So I'll be using Binance. I also have Coinbase, but I don't have quite the the bags in Coinbase as I do in the other. So something I thought was interesting. Hopefully you guys think it's pretty cool too. Check it out. Go check out that gentleman's channel. I'm not trying to name drop. He's just a guy I like. I like what he does. I like the style he does, and he's got a super cute dog, little Shiba Inu dog. But yeah, he's a cool cat. Check him out. Voscoin, again, VOSK, if you're interested in helium mining or mining in general, because I am by no means an expert, and I admit that up front. I'm just looking into it because I thought about mining like Bitcoin or Ethereum. Usually people are mining Ethereum, but the thing is I don't want that loud ass machine in my house, and I don't want to do anything out in my garage with it because it gets super cold and it gets super hot. Midwest weather there. So I don't like doing either of those ideas, but this helium miner, it can just kind of sit off over there, up on the shelf, and I can crawl up on the roof and put the antenna up and done, and it just does its thing. It doesn't use hardly any electricity. Like I think I can afford 50 cents a month, right? If I'm making one coin a day or pretty close, that's about $18, a day, which is not bad. That's like 500, almost $600, maybe a little bit more a month. Now that's not bad passive income. Now, like I said, you can only have one. Now, say if you've got several hundred acres or something, yeah, you could probably you could go set up a little. You could probably just go set them up wherever, your antennas, and you'd probably be making some bank off of that. So, not everybody's going to be in that situation though, or have like the power, whatever. But that's going off in a tangent we don't need to go in. Probably gonna wrap this up because you know what, I got up kind of early today. I had to take my mother-in-law to the airport. She's going down to Texas to see some family and have fun down there, so safe travels to her. She's probably on the plane as we speak because you know how it is, you got to get down there hours early. So I was able to go to St. Louis today, so if you're at the airport today, I probably didn't see it, but we were at the same place. But it was cool. I like going into St. Louis sometimes. It's okay. Sometimes me and the wife like to go to IKEA and get lost in there for a couple hours and grab some cinnamon rolls, and she gets a vegan hot dog. And then we roll out. Okay, so but yeah, we like to go to St. Louis. With the current situation as it is, it's been a little bit harder to get out, but that's everybody. But I really do appreciate you guys joining me for another near hour. I am cutting it off a little early. I'm a slacker. Whatever, I'll slack. I go watch my crypto gains get a little bit better. I do not think that it's going to be explosive this month. I think the trend is going to continue. I think September is going to be kind of ho hum. Hopefully, we get a couple more buying opportunities, essentially before the last 3 months, and that's where the old sniffer thinks that a lot of action's going to be popping up. So volatility in the last 3 months. Hold on to your britches, folks. Okay, and as usual, let's make sure, let's give our cats a little bit of some treats and throw our dog a little bone tonight. Take care of our pets or your iguanas or whatever you're into. Your pets, show them some love today. It's kind of a windy day here. I had one big branch fall, but you know what? When it's windy and stuff like that, it sweeps all the leaves off my porch, my deck. So I appreciate that. Thank you, wind. Probably gonna go on a walk tonight with my beautiful wife because we need to start moving and shaking. Fall's when I like to get out and start doing yard work. And until then, keep an eye on your investments. Like I always say, I'm not asking you to I'm not asking you to buy anything from me. I don't want your money. I'm making my own money. I don't need your money, but I want you to make some money, okay? And do it pretty safely, okay? There's always some people that just can't hold on to the stuff, and there's no saving them, okay? And I'm not trying to save them, okay? But the people that are trying, the people who are wanting to grow their investments for a long time, hey man, I'm here for you, okay? And if you got questions for me, leave them down in the comments. I will respond. Okay? I promise I won't sing anymore. But anyways, hit me up, and I will return very quickly with a response to your question. If you have any suggestions for projects that you'd like me to talk about, go ahead and hit me up in the comments. I also have in the description, I have my email address, midnightcryptochads@gmail.com. I also have a Twitter account. Check that out as well. And you can reach me on all those platforms as well as in here. And if you liked what I was talking about today, let's go ahead and throw a like down. I like it when you guys like it. So if you didn't like what I had to say and you're like, this guy's full of crap, throw a dislike down. That's fine too. I'm okay with that. It's totally fine. This is it's equal opportunity. You can like it, you can dislike it. You could say I'm a madman. I'm okay with that. That's fine. It's not going to hurt my feelings. I'm a strong guy, not in a toxic way. All right. So we're all having fun here. Okay. Go home, kiss your loved ones, tell them you love them, give them a big hug. Hope everybody's doing well. And hopefully tomorrow when we talk, it'll be even more gains, right? Okay. That's it. The groans are real. We'll give you one more groan. All right, that's it. All right, thanks for joining me today. Have a good